If you're still asking questions like what's the best email flow structure, how many emails should we send per week, or what's the best subject line formula, you're already playing the wrong game. I'm Nicholas, founder of Lay Consulting. We've helped over 100 e-commerce brands scale their retention revenue. And here's the truth. There's no perfect email marketing strategy. What works today might flop next month. And in 2026, the best operators are not chasing the best practices. They are building systems that adapt fast. So if you're still running your email marketing as a checklist instead of a strategic multiplier, you're leaving serious money on the table. So let's fix that. All right, cool. So I'm going to cover what email and SMS strategy I run in 2026, so this year, inspired by how the best operators actually scale e-commerce brands, right? So first point, there's no perfect, especially for email marketing strategy, only what's working right now. You see, most marketers are still looking for a static answer, like what's the best flow structure, what's the ideal send frequency, what's the best performing subject line framework. That mindset is already outdated. It's not 2020, right? Email and SMS performance in 2026 is fluid, context dependent, really important, and highly tied to traffic quality, offer strength, product demand, customer intent at entry. So it's not only email marketing and SMS performance, it's the entire funnel and what goes behind it, mainly having a great product, traffic quality, having a great offer, etc., etc. Just like paid media, what works today can stop working basically in 30 days, in next month, right? The brands that win right now are not chasing best practices. They are building systems that actually adapt fast, okay? Second point, which is extremely important, start with one thing that fits everything: traffic quality. Again, we as email marketers are very dependent on the traffic that the brand is already getting, that's already receiving, right? So focus on traffic first before dialing in your email marketing performance. And I'm telling you this as an email marketer, right? Traffic is extremely important. So email doesn't create demand. It harvests and multiplies demand that already exists. If your traffic quality drops, welcome flow revenue drops, abandoned checkout volume drops, campaign performance drops. Easy as that, right? And no amount of email optimization fixes that. So high-performing brands obsess over where subscribers come from, why they signed up, how ready they are to buy, right? And you can, for example, collect zero-point data just to answer those specific questions. Email becomes easy when ads attract high-intent users, landing pages pre-sell properly, and offers are already compelling. Again, like for example, landing pages pre-sell properly. We as email marketers are selling the click, so we are essentially sending people to a specific landing page. If the landing page is trash, it's not gonna work. So those are extremely important pillars for a great e-commerce brand, okay? Email marketers don't get credit for this, but it's a reality. 80% of email results are decided before the first email is ever sent. That's why having a great product is gonna be backbone of everything, of a great email marketing, just marketing strategy in general. All right. Third point, one core revenue engine beats dozens of nice advanced flows. Okay. You see, most brands build email like a checklist. So welcome, let's do the welcome, let's see abandoned cart, browse, post-purchase, win back, replenishment, whatever. All half-baked, like very boring, generic, and just basic, right? High-performing brands do the opposite. They identify the one flow that drives most revenue and obsess over it. For most brands, that's usually the welcome, the abandoned checkout, and the first to second purchase sequence, even a browse abandonment as well. The other ones are nice to haves, but it's not exactly the biggest revenue generators, okay? So they test the first email relentlessly of those core flows. They refine the offer, not just the copy. They personalize based on intent, not demographics. And that beats breadth every time. Okay? Keep that in mind. It's extremely important. Again, don't focus on secondary flows that don't really matter that much. Focus on core ones. Okay? Just going back here, for most brands, like again, most of your revenue will come from like 4 core flows, and that's pretty much it. Okay? It's pretty normal as well. Next point is email is a funnel. not a series of isolated sends. Again, one of the biggest shifts that I've seen over time the last couple of years is email performance is cumulative, or not really a shift. It's kind of a pattern I've recognized. It's always been like this, but I'm just getting to recognize this right now, which is email performance is cumulative, not email by email. Campaigns, flows, and even losing emails warm up buyers, reduce friction, increase familiarity, and support layer conversions. Okay. This is why blindly turning things off is dangerous. Instead of asking, did this email convert? Top brands ask, did this improve overall revenue per subscriber over 90 or 90 to 180 days for the next 6 months, right? Especially if you have a solid email marketing strategy, then you should track higher leverage metrics as well and just aim to improve those, like LTV, for instance, right? Or first order AOV as well. Email works as a system, not as individual hits. Okay. Next point is aggressive doesn't equal reckless. You see, especially in the first 24 hours specifically, the highest intent window is there, like the first visit, first sign up, first car, first checkout. That's when buyers are most aware, objections are lowest, alternatives are still being compared. Winning brands send faster, not slower, follow up hard early, and stop discounting late. They use early emails as reminders, not incentives. These can come after attention is exhausted, not before. For instance, for example, for a welcome email, make sure that you send at least 3 to 5 emails within the first 24 to 48 hours. Simple as that. For especially if you're an 8-figure brand, for example, 7-8-figure brand, kind of important to have a lot of emails within that first 24-hour period. For about on checkout, for instance, you can have 1 to 3 emails within the first 24 hours. Again, that window is extremely important. If they don't purchase within the first 24 hours, they're most likely gone. Okay. So keep that in mind. Really important. Be aggressive in that specific period. You can, again, offer incentives once that attention is exhausted, like after 72 hours. At that point, you can start offering offers or incentives, right? 6th point is testing happens at the system level, not the micro level. So most A/B tests are useless because they test the wrong thing, right? Happens all the time. What doesn't move the needle? Button color, minor copy tweaks, emoji versus no emoji. Trust me, a lot of brands actually waste time doing stuff like this. What does move the needle? Offer structure, entry point messaging, incentive framing, audience segmentation logic. High performance teams test, for instance, pop-up offers by lead to purchase rate as well as sign-up rate as well. Welcome flow email number 1 endlessly. Campaign themes, not really subject lines that much. They measure profit impact, not binary lists, right? So focus on those higher leverage A/B tests. I've got a bunch of videos in my channel going over kind of those core A/B tests you should run. So feel free to check those out. And 7th, segmentation is about intent, not complexity. Advanced segmentation is not about 47 conditions, hyper-specific logic, fancy dashboards. It's about one thing: who is most likely to buy right now. So the best segments are really simple. Honestly, 80% of your sends should go to an engaged segment, engage in the last 90 to 180 days, right? Then you can also do, depends if it makes sense for your brand, viewed specific categories or purchase specific categories, high AOV customers, so VIPs, if you will. Repeat buyers versus first timers as well could be another great one. But again, most of your sends should go to a specific engaged segment. Keep it simple, keep it broad, while still sending to an engaged segment as well. If segmentation doesn't clearly answer why would this group convert more, it's probably useless. That's pretty much it, right? 8th, email design exists to remove friction, not look cool. You see, those are pretty awesome designs. Higher revenue brands treat design as a conversion tool. That means fast loading, mobile first, clear above the full message, and one goal per email. They don't overload emails with sections, bury CTAs, or force users to figure it out with just hyper long novels in their emails. No one's gonna read that. Simple as that, right? Design supports clarity, clarity supports conversions. very simple. 9, scaling email is about fixing bottlenecks, not sending more emails. You see, when performance stalls, and this is something I see with most brands, like very high performing teams, like my team, not, I don't want to pat my own back, but a little bit, we don't panic. We ask, is traffic quality down? Is the offer weaker than competitors? Is AOV limiting scale? Is first purchase experience broken? Is post-purchase retention leaking? Email rarely fails in isolation. It exposes weaknesses elsewhere in the business. Fix the bottleneck, email follows. So that's, for example, like something I see all the time is a brand would stop running paid ads. And of course, like email revenue goes down as well. And then they were just asking themselves why. Well, it's because you stopped your paid ads, your paid ads program as well. So obviously, everything is going to follow. So when just taking a look at your performance and seeing some dips in there, just ask yourself holistically what's going on with your e-commerce business. That's kind of the point of this entire thing, right? It is a holistic channel. Email performance is just a piece of the pie. It's just there's an entire ecosystem behind it, like paid ads, CRO, landing pages, affiliates, etc., as well. So 10th, the real unlock, and this is gonna basically summarize everything I've talked about in this video right here, is email is part of an ecosystem. Email does not sit alone. It works best when at set the stage, landing pages educate, offers are clear, CX, so customer experience is strong, and product actually delivers. This probably being the most important one, right? The best brands don't argue about attribution, they align teams. So when acquisition, CRO, product, retention move together, email becomes a force multiplier, not a crutch. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video right here. If you, as always, if you found value here, please consider subscribing to my newsletter right here. I share value 3 times a week, like high value stuff when it comes to email, SMS, and just overall e-commerce stuff. And then if you're running an e-commerce brand doing over 50K per month right now, I would love to talk to you and put together a free Klaviyo audit for you as well with a specific plan of attack. So yeah, thank you so much for watching until the end. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.